What's up, guys? I'm Jay.
I'm also Jay.
We're Jay and Jamie.
J React.
We just got done watching episode 16. Had a pretty good talk about at the end of the episode. If y'all have not seen that episode, definitely want to go watch that. Um, we're going on to episode 17, Execution.
Execution.
All right. I'm ready to get into it. How about you?
I'm ready to jump right into it.
All right.
Yeah, there's no way Ryu is all up in this intro, and he's not gonna be that. I mean, they showed the other two characters, Ken, what his name is?
Ray Kimber.
Yeah.
And he's not going to be back.
Yeah, but his piece in this intro is like.
To be honest, I feel like, that will, I don't want to say Ray Kimber, Ryu is the real main character. So.
Yeah. Yeah, both of them.
Yeah. Oh, they heard that.
I really couldn't tell that was Ray Kimber. We just know that that's him because of his fiance holding him.
Yeah. You do look very majestic right there.
He might end up actually liking her. I don't see how. I mean, well, she's so obsessed with him, and he's so obsessed with himself.
Well, that's the Kira. Like this is his old like that's the regular schoolboy like.
You will continue to kill criminals whose
just
names are
bored
broadcast.
with the world.
Outside of that, you're free to use the Death Note however you wish. That's
yeah.
the only condition. If everything happens as Light Yagami planned, this should help save Misa. Do as I say and you'll get what you want. In the end, it works out well for both of us. I suppose for someone in your position, you'd call this good business.
They gave a businessman the Death Note.
Mr. Yagami, are you all right? There's no reason for you to keep doing this to yourself.
It's been over a month since Kira started killing criminals again. And as far as I'm concerned, that's all the proof I need to be sure that my son isn't Kira. So then all that's left is for you to be sure. One way or another, when I get out of here, it will be with my son.
Wow, the chief can be pretty stubborn.
Or he might.
Light, how are you feeling right now?
I'm okay. Ryuzaki, I know that in the time I've been in prison, no new criminals have died. However, that suggests to me that Kira must be someone who's intimately familiar with my situation. And if
No,
that's
Light,
the case...
the reason criminals have stopped dying is because you are Kira.
No, I'm not Kira. How many times do I have to say it?
If Light were Kira, he'd know that I was bluffing, so why is he getting so upset? He honestly seems clueless.
This is just cruel. I don't care if he is a suspect. Light still has a right to know that criminals are being killed again.
Amani?
Yes.
Are you okay? You seem tired.
Is that
That's not how American cops work.
How are you
They can lie to you.
expecting me to look after being tied up and questioned for this many days?
That's true.
Please just let me go. I want to see Light. Please, Light, let me.
I'm not sure how much more of this the three of them can take.
Ryuzaki, you have no reason to keep Light locked up anymore. Do the right thing and let him go. Then we can get the chief out too. Criminals are still being killed, even though Misa and Light haven't had access to any of that information. We know that much already, so what are you waiting for?
Not true. All we really know at this point is that Amani harbors an unnaturally strong devotion for Light Yagami.
Unnaturally.
Ryuzaki, I'm sorry, but with all due respect, from where I'm standing, it's starting to look like you're only doing this because you don't want to admit that you were wrong about Light.
Yes, I figured you'd say that.
Okay, fine, but we do know that Kira killed Lind L. Taylor and those FBI agents, right? As Light said, if Kira could kill while under surveillance and without access to information, there would have been no need. If they didn't pose a threat to him, then why would he bother killing them? Kira doesn't kill without good reason. I've heard you say so yourself on more than one occasion.
Oh, I see. If he was able to kill under these circumstances, then he wouldn't have been concerned about those FBI agents in the first place.
It's already been 50 days. There's no point to this anymore. Ryuzaki, it's time to start looking for the real Kira.
Got a spoon in there.
Making out with his finger.
She have a spoon right there.
Yes,
Phone
I
ain't gonna
understand.
do nothing. Oh, you know.
Mr. Yagami,
No. That phone ain't
Yes,
gonna do
what
that.
is it?
would you be willing to come to
I'm trying to-
headquarters just once?
What is
I'd
it?
like to
What's
discuss
this
my
song?
thoughts with
That's
you,
right.
but it must be done in
Six
person.
size.
However,
Pretty
above all else, I need to talk to you
size.
as
Anyone
Light's
who wants
father.
Star vs. Forces of Evil. That was my show back
All
there.
right, I'll come.
That genie. That's my favorite. Fighting Nail teaming up.
Honestly, all this time I never pictured you as an old man, Mr. Stalker.
I am not your stalker. I'm a detective with the NPA.
What? Hey, wait. I remember now. You told me I was being arrested for being the second Kira. You mean that was for real? No, you're a stalker. There's no way the police would blindfold me and tie me up all fetishy like that. Anyways, it's kind of weird that you have my hands and feet all tied up, even though you're planning to let me go.
Please, just keep quiet.
Place that. Until everybody's that over Atari.
Misa!
I missed you so much, Light!
Dad, tell me, what's all this about?
He's your dad? Oh my god, I totally called your dad a stalker and said he was old and all kinds of other rude stuff. Pleased to meet you. My name's Misa Mane. I'm Light's girlfriend and I'd like to...
Chief. Let's go. Get in the car.
I was starting to think I'd never get out of there, but it feels good to finally be cleared.
No. I am afraid you two are
There
being
they
taken to your execution. I wanted to be the one to escort you to the execution site. It was secretly built in an underground facility not far from here.
Execution? What the hell are you talking about?
El is convinced that you are Kira, Light, and that Misa Amane is the second Kira. He is convinced that the only way we can prevent the murders is to execute the two of you.
I don't understand. The killings have already stopped.
No, they never stopped.
They never... That's not what he told me, so he was lying?
El was trying to get a confession out of you, Light. He would have said anything. But at this point, that's not the problem. It's political now. UCL's suggestion that the killings would stop if you two were eliminated was unanimously accepted by top officials in the UN and the Japanese government. They want Kira to disappear. No trial, no publicity.
But that's completely insane! Please, Dad, I'm not Kira!
That's right. What kind of a father are you anyway? This is your own son you're talking
El
about.
made this decision, not me. And his word is absolute. Over the years, he's tackled the most difficult cases, solving all of them. He's never been wrong.
Over the years. How
trust
old
Al?
is El?
I
You
know.
trust me, your own
Seems
son?
as young as they
El
are.
went
Yeah.
so far as to stake his life on this theory. If the killings don't stop, then he too will be executed.
El said that? What could he be thinking? I know that given the material evidence, this might seem like the only logical solution. But he's making a mistake. How could El come to this conclusion? Something's not right here. It's just... It's not like El at all. The El I know would rely on hard evidence. He has to have the truth. Is he really planning to end it like this?
All right, we're almost there.
Really?
Where are we right now? Why did you bring us out to the middle of nowhere? What is this?
Wait a sec. I bet he brought us out here to let us go.
This will do. Looks like there's nobody around to see us out here. I decided it would be better for us if I brought you here instead of the execution site. Listen to me. I'm going to kill you here and then kill myself.
What? What are you talking about, Dad? You can't! That's crazy!
Say that! You'd kill your only son for Elle? If you want to die so bad, why don't you kill yourself? If you do this, you're no different than Kira.
I am nothing like Kira. I am bound by my responsibilities as a parent and as chief of the MPA.
Dad, come on! She's right! Think about it. If we die here, the truth will never be revealed. Please, Dad, you have to let us escape.
It's too late. Either way, you will be executed. At least with this, I'll be the one to do it.
Please stop, Dad! I'm not Kira! If I die here, Kira wins! Can't you see?
Amane, I'm going to die here with my son, but I have no reason to kill you. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's only a matter of time before the police locate this car. Then they'll transport you to the original site and execute you there. Light, my son. From one murderer to another, I'll see you in hell.
No, Dad!
No! Stop it!
Boss. What do you think just happened?
It was a blank for. I don't think he killed his son. I think this was elaborate act to see if, at the face of actual death, if one of them confessed.
Yeah, before all of this, they did show Elle and Mr. Yagami talking.
Having a conversation and they purposefully muted that conversation, so you had no idea what they were talking about. But yeah, that kind of led me to believe that that's what's happening right now. Like, hey, if they pass this test, then I will clear them out, which is probably the only reason his dad would agree to go there. Because he think it's gonna 100% clear his son, even though Elle ain't clearing him. But yeah.
That Elle, White is the only one who's smart enough to go against. I feel like that's enough reason right there to be at least 45%.
You may lend the death note to another person while maintaining its ownership, subletting it. Subletting it to yet another person is possible too. Interesting. Death Note has a lot of rules and tricks.
Right, my son. From one murderer to another, I'll see you in hell.
No! Dad!
I'm trying to get it to you.
You used a blank.
Thank goodness.
Thank goodness? What's going on? I don't understand.
Please forgive me, you two. I know that was hard on you, but it was the only way I could get you out of prison. You must understand. I only agreed to do this because I believe in your innocence, Light. Were you watching, Ryuzaki? I did exactly as you said, and as you can see, I'm still alive.
Yes, it was a convincing performance.
If Amane were the second Kira, who only needs to see a person's face to kill them, there is no doubt she would have killed you before you had a chance to fire your weapon. Also, if Light was in fact Kira, the Kira I know wouldn't hesitate to kill even his own father to save himself. With Light in particular, I cannot rule out the possibility that he may have seen through our act at some point. However, as we agreed, I will end their confinement immediately. And as we discussed, Amane will remain under surveillance until Kira is apprehended. Although she insists the tapes we found were just occult videos, the physical evidence we have plus her confession suggest otherwise.
Hey, no fair! You still suspect me?
If I were you, I wouldn't complain. You get to go back to your normal life. If you're innocent, the surveillance shouldn't be a threat to you. Think of it as complimentary police protection.
Oh, I get it. Since I'm not the second Kira, it'll be kind of like having my very own private bodyguards.
As for your part in this agreement, Light,
you and I will be together 24/7. And that's how we'll remain until we've brought Kira to justice.
24/7?
Yeah, I love this arc.
Fine by me. We'll catch Kira. Together.
yes, I look forward to working with you.
I'm looking for the other Kira.
So they're gonna pin it on this business guy.
This is as difficult for me as it is for you.
So is this what you meant by being together 24 hours a day with him? Looking at
Looks
you, I
like
never
they
would have
can
guessed.
slide them
Are you
lanky
on
arms
that
right
side
on
of
out
the
of
fence,
there.
Ryuzaki?
I told you I'm not doing this because I
That
want
look
to.
like it's halfway off his wrist.
To me, I don't want to share him with you. If you're
still
with him
crazy.
24/7, then how are we supposed to go on dates together?
Oh, you can still go on dates, but it'll have to be the three of us.
No way! Are you telling me we have to kiss in front of you and stuff?
I'm not telling you to do anything, but yes, I suppose I would be watching.
That's so gross. You really are a pervert, aren't you?
Light, please make Misa stop talking now.
Listen, Misa, that's enough. The police have already established that it was you who sent those tapes, so you're
for a
lucky to
little while.
even be here right now. They have every right to keep you in
How
prison.
could you even say that, Light? In case you forgot, I'm your girlfriend. Don't you trust your own soulmate?
What do you mean, soulmate? You're the one who said you fell in love with me at first sight, Misa.
So why would you kiss me if you didn't have feelings for me? You took advantage of me? Stupid.
About this love at first sight, it happened in Aoyama on May 22nd, didn't it?
So what?
Why did you choose that day to go to Aoyama? And do you remember what you wore?
It's like I told you. I just happened to go there. I don't know why. I don't remember how I felt, and I don't even know what I was wearing. Anyway, since when do I need a reason to hang out in Aoyama, huh?
And somehow, when you came back from Aoyama, you knew that you were in love with some guy and that his name was Light.
Yes.
And yet you yourself have no idea how you came to know his name.
Yeah, so what?
Tell me, what if Light was Kira? How would it make you feel?
Huh? How would I feel if Light was Kira?
That's right.
You already
That'd
said
be
she's grateful.
wonderful. I mean, I've always been grateful to Kira for punishing the man who murdered my parents. So if I found out that Light was actually Kira, that would be like a bonus for me. If anything, it would make me love him even more. Even though it's like practically impossible to love him more than I already do.
It's Kira, though. You'd love him even more for that? I mean, wouldn't you be afraid? What if he tried to kill you?
You're talking about Light being Kira? He wouldn't be scary at all. I'm a supporter of Kira, so if I found out my Light was actually him, I think of how I could be
Openly
helpful.
saying that I'm a supporter of Kira in front of people who would hate
I
him
mean,
back.
it ain't
Sure,
illegal.
Kira doesn't need your help. Well,
It's
Lisa,
the
based on what
best.
you just told me, there can be no mistake that you are the second Kira. But you've made it so painfully obvious that I don't really want to believe it.
Whatever. It's not believable because I'm not the second Kira, okay?
Anyway, for the time being, you'll remain under surveillance. When you do go out, if needed, you'll be able to contact us using this room's extension. For the most part, your life will return to normal, but from now on, for all private and work-related affairs, Mr. Matsuda will be accompanying you as your new manager, Matsui. Your agency's been paid to keep quiet, and the police don't know. Don't blow his cover.
This old guy's my manager? Oh, you can't be
He's not old.
serious.
Come on, what's wrong with me, Misa? Is it the tide? Because I can get...
Would you cut it out with all this dating, kissing, and Misa talk already? This is the Kira investigation. Stop messing around!
Like that.
Sorry about that, Aizawa.
No, it's all right. I just figured out what the problem is. Misa Amane, it's time for you to go to your room.
Why?
Out you go.
Don't do that. Hey, Light, let's go on a date, even if it is the three of us.
No.
So,
Whoa.
Light, are you serious about her?
No way. Like I told you earlier, it's completely one-sided.
Then could you at least pretend to be serious for the sake of the investigation? There are two things I know about Amane for sure. One, that she's involved in this, and two, that she's in love with you.
You want me to become intimate with her to gather information about the second Kira?
Yes, I think you could do it without arousing her suspicions, and Amani would
We
definitely
are
be
the
a
same
valuable source
person,
of
bitch.
information for us. Not to mention, this is the main reason why I agreed to release the
He
two
pretty
of you.
much came to that conclusion.
Ryuzaki.
I'm user for
As
my
much as I
Kira
want to
waves.
help you, and as
I'm
important as the
user for
Kira
this
case is to me, I
investigation.
can't manipulate a woman's feelings like that. Please try to understand. To me, exploiting another person's feelings for personal gain is unforgivable, and I won't allow myself to stoop that low.
There's
He
something
is
wrong
such
with
a
this
different
picture.
person without that
It's as if
darn.
he's a different
It
person.
definitely changed
Is it
his mind.
possible that this is an act? If this is genuine, it not only implies that Amane was being controlled by Kira, but Light Yagami too.
What's wrong, Ryuzaki?
Nothing. I suppose you're right after all. However, considering Misa will have a lot of contact with the public, it would be helpful if you could make sure she doesn't leak information.
By the way, do you think we could come up with some kind of alternative to this system of moving from hotel to hotel every few days?
Yes. In fact, I had that very same thought some time ago, and so I arranged for a facility to be built. Construction started right after my first meeting with Mr. Yagami and the others. It should be finished in a few days. Where is it? Here it is. 23 floors above ground and 2 below. Although it's impossible to see it from the outside, there are 2 helicopters hidden on the roof.
What? That's amazing.
Ideally, I want all of us to spend as much time here as possible. If the investigation team grows, we can accommodate up to 60 people. Misa shouldn't have any complaints since she'll have her own floor.
This is truly impressive. But to go to such lengths...
Hold on a second. Where did you find the finances to build this thing?
As you can see, it is my intention to solve this case no matter what it takes. That's how it is.
I'm sorry, but how is that an answer?
No, he's right. The mass killings are bad enough already, but personally, I will never forgive Kira for putting my dad and I through this. I want to solve this no matter what it takes.
If you're serious about that, you should try to get close to Misa and find out about the second...
I can't. That goes against my principles.
Right, you said that. What a shame.
Nothing. I'm just feeling really motivated right now, Chief. Ryuzaki, Chief Yagami, Light, let's get out of here and bring Kira to justice.
Excuse me, I couldn't help but notice you missed my name.
But Light and L together working, man.
Well, this looks like all of us. Let's get started, shall we? We're all here to further the growth of the Yotsuba group by reducing competition. So the question is, who is going to die?
I'm not thrilled that we have to do this every single week. This may be irrelevant, but I have to wonder what prompted Kira to start killing business people in addition to the usual criminals and such.
Come on now, haven't you figured this out yet, Takahashi?
Huh?
This is the most advantageous course of action for Kira.
Advantageous? He's basically started a killing service, Higuchi.
You have a lot to say considering how stupid you are. I'd hate to see you get killed because of it.
Despite the fact that we're all relatively young, all of us are now frontrunners to become Yotsuba's next CEO. Not to mention, our salaries have virtually eclipsed those of the other employees in the company.
It's unlikely he would choose to back a particular company, no matter how you look at it. One of the people in this room has to be Kira.
So, back to business. Does anyone have a proposal? Who should we have Kira eliminate this week, gentlemen?
Human beings are truly disgusting creatures.
They really are. Yeah, they really are. Another amazing episode. Oh. Like old plan. Light definitely is master manipulator. It's definitely very good at thinking ahead.
Yeah. I would have never come up any other.
Man,
I would have been caught like
episode
as soon
2.
as L started looking for me. It would have been over with. Would have been over with.
Well, To be honest, I don't know because I feel like if I was in Light's shoes, I would not actually be killing the police. I think I would just
Yeah,
stuck with the villains. So I wouldn't have gave L the area that I was in.
yeah, I definitely wouldn't have like, oh, what's your name? Let me take you out because you're trying to find me because you're trying to find me. That's not like you're knocking at my door and I know your name. And even and, like, what proof do you have?
Yeah, even with the Death Note, you won't have no proof. I can just be saying I'm an aspiring journalist. I'm writing down names of people who've been dying.
And how they died.
Yeah.
You know, so whatever. And I mean, and with the case of Light, everybody knows like he's been studying to or working to become
A
a police
detective.
officer, detective. That could have played right into that too.
Yeah.
Like I'm following the case, and these are the victims, and whatever. Like
I want to catch
he's
Kira
a
too.
little arrogant. He can't help himself, and that
Yeah.
the I think you said like
God,
the
oh
Death Note writing in it. It like makes that worse.
yeah. Oh, because like how White said, because seeing the Death Note make you want to use it. Is what he said episode 1. It just makes you want to try it out. And then as you seen what that was episode 2 of film, after he killed, he was like, "Oh, I really killed these people," and then like 10 seconds later, you see him crying that he killed people to his face straighten up and he's smiling. Like it really messed with his mind.
It's almost like possession.
Yeah.
Like it takes over you because I was thinking. I think you had mentioned that earlier because I don't know if they mentioned that in episode 1. They kind of talked about how it affects you, but after a while I'm just like I think this is just how he is because of how intelligent he is. He's just so arrogant. Because that's what I was talking about. Like first, I don't know, 17 episodes was just how arrogant he was. Um, but then watching this episode and the piece of the last episode, once he got rid of the Death Note, I was like, that's a completely different person. Like this is a more likable person for me, anyway. So I'm like, dang, I didn't even realize. Well, they didn't show much of Light's regular personality other than him being bored. Because it was just like, I'm bored. Like, I already know all this information that you're teaching. Oh, what's that?
Yeah,
And then,
I can never see that being boring. You being smarter than the person who teaching you.
yeah. So, it wasn't a lot of background information on Light's personality, per se. Like, seeing him in day to day. As much as we've seen him with the Death Note and how his personality has been, and guess how much it's changed. But like I said, me personally, I couldn't tell how much it's changed because I didn't know what it was. But seeing him now, it's definitely like a drastic difference. So, but that's interesting.
But yeah, definitely is interesting. I like how you put it. I trying to keep myself from spoiling stuff.
I just laugh because the conversation of L talking to Misa when she's like, I admire Kira, everything they've done to avenging my parents or whatever. And he's like, everything you said just made me positive. Sure, like, yeah, ain't nothing else you can say that's gonna change my positive you to say, I don't care nothing about this.
But also, what you say, all of this make it hard.
Like, I really wish that it wasn't true, or I don't want it to be true because.
Yes, how come and then he say that with the people who were here and putting their life on the line. That's why he was so to kick her out the room. It was annoying though because they're praising this somebody who just killed their best friend, not even a
Their best friend, their co-worker, the FBI agent, like,
yeah.
Lady, like they about to kill you in this room.
Like that.
Furious are you about her? Oh, I say what I got to say. Make sure I ain't hurting your feelings. Yeah. W episode,
But
W
yeah.
episode for sure. Definitely ready to. I want to just like
Things
keep going, but yeah.
So yeah, we almost at the halfway point.
Mm-hmm.
Really do start to pick up more and more after this.
So the next episode, that's one of the ones that you include in like your top favorite episodes of the season.
When I was saying the top, it starts from the next episode.
From episode 18.
Yeah,
episode 18 until the end. It's just maybe not to the end.
I would say episode 18 towards like 25ish. Those like the peak episodes, and then I would say it get to like the climax, start to die down, just to reach back up.
Mm-hmm. The roller coaster. Okay.
Yeah,
I can see that because they definitely have some episodes where it's just like everything coming at you. It's just like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? Then it ends, and then the next episode is like, now that we got you interested, let's slow it down a bit. Give you a little background information on this. So yeah.
We just gave y'all this background. But y'all did not know this, that, and this was happening. Oh yeah.
It comes here again. Yeah.
But yeah.
Definitely a roller coaster ride, but a very enjoyable one.
Thanks
for introducing me to this show. I think I thanked you before. Don't know if that was on one of the episodes I got through it. At this point, if you've watched all of our uploads, then you know there's an episode where the sound went out.
Yeah.
We've been having some issues lately, but we are going to keep at it because we enjoy doing it and we hope you enjoy watching.
Yep.
So, with that being said, I'm going to close out.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
And we'll catch you next time
on JJ Reacts.
Peace.